Hello everyone, Namaste. So the last few weeks have been very hard on a lot of people that I know. I think we can classify people broadly into two categories. There's one half of us which is panicking extremely, and we feel that panic is needed because we won't take action without panic. And the other half is nothing is wrong, it's all a hoax, and there's nothing to fear about at all. And both the groups are afraid of each other. But I really want us to bring into our awareness why we need panic and why we have been inviting it into our lives. It's because we have learned, we have been raised to act only through our adrenaline rush. We have forgotten to take action for the right reasons. And this is really what the spiritual path is about. So, if you are ignoring everything, if you are listening only to one half of the story and rejecting all the articles and all the information that doesn't align with what you want to believe, you're still living in an illusion. The spiritual pathway is about acquainting yourself and making peace with the truth as it is, without freaking out. So what we need to start doing is start welcoming the idea that we can take action without the need to panic. We can draw conclusions, we can understand the situation and say, okay, this is what is needed and let's do it, without being motivated by fear. Can you take the right action? Can you take corrective action? Can you take action that is unpleasant without having to be driven by fear? This is the question. And this is really what the opening that this whole episode is bringing us. And if we can utilize it, if we can learn to respond to this whole situation through awareness, through education, educate yourself, but there's no need for panic. The unfortunate, or maybe not so unfortunate reality, it is the reality of life. Disease and death is part of life, and if we don't face it, if we don't embrace it, we are rejecting life, aren't we? So those are things we can look into more deeply and work so that we can start settling in and be more calm with this thing. I've asked a lot of you out there what issues have been coming up, and some of you have mentioned that it's the idea of disease and death that is scary. Others have mentioned that the idea of staying indoors, completely trapped in your own house, is scary. Some of you have mentioned that it's the behavior, the selfishness of humanity that gets, it's so out there and visible in these times, that is so scary. But for those of you who are not extremely clear, I would suggest go deeper. What is it that is really scaring you? Understand what's going on. When you feel afraid, sit down and explore the fear. What is it that I'm really afraid of? And a lot of us will find that it is either the fundamental truths that we are aware of, or it has nothing to do with the coronavirus. Like a few of them even told me that they were afraid of being holed up with unpleasant relatives and stuff like that. Some other issues really coming up. So just the awareness that, I'm not afraid of this coronavirus specifically, it's something else that I'm really afraid of, that itself brought a lot of relief. And when you do come face to face with the fear, there are a few things you can do through Reiki, through other things, to calm down. So you can either pause the video over here, and if you're not clear about exactly what it is you're afraid of, I would suggest take some time, go deeper and see what is it I'm really uncomfortable with, and exactly what is the emotion that I'm experiencing. Usually it is fear or panic in these times. So If you're experiencing fear and panic, that primarily gets stuck in the solar plexus and the root chakra. So what you can do is place one hand in the front, place one hand in the back, and relax. It's important to make sure that your body is relaxed. And just imagine a circular flow of energy moving between both the hands. So it's like the energy is just moving in a clockwise direction if you were looking from the top. And you can imagine this energy to be yellow or gold, whichever feels right, and moving in sync with your breath. The front half when you're breathing in, the back half when you're breathing out. Just do that until you calm down. You can do the same thing with the root chakra as well. It should calm you down. If you've learned level 2 or above, what you can do is imagine this whole situation, imagine the episode in front of you and do the connection symbol. Connect and heal your relationship with the situation. A lot of people are sending healing out there to heal the disease, to heal the people. But it's really going to work if you are at peace first yourself. If you're sending healing out there to counter your panic, not the ideal situation. So heal your own relationship with this panicdemic, as a friend called it, first. And when you calm down, you will be the change rather than trying to change things. And simply your presence will start to bring the frequencies of the earth to a calmer plane, And next, I also wanted to tell you what to do, what you can do for improving your lung health. First of all, if it wasn't obvious already, please practice Reiki twice a day. May not be that easy for those of you who are stuck at home with children, but it really is worth the extra effort. And in my experience, I have found no substitute, no shortcuts that match your full body Reiki healing, the front and the back chakras, about 30 minutes in the evening and about 10 to 20 minutes in the morning. The twice a day Reiki cycle somehow amplifies the impact many fold. It's more than just double than doing it once a day. So do your Reiki twice a day. And when you're free, when you're not using your hands, what you can do is place your fingers place your hand just below your collarbone and the other hand more or less at the bottom of the ribs. So you can just stay like this for about 10 minutes and then switch sides and do that as well. So that should also help improve. You can do it front and back for the ones that you love if you have the time. It really helps the circulation to start flowing and improves your lungs a lot. I've helped a few clients get rid of cough pretty quickly just by doing this for about 5 to 10 minutes. Now moving on to a slightly different topic. I want to address this whole approach that we have to media right now. A lot of us don't trust the media anymore, and that has made things a lot worse. I'm not saying we should trust the media, but let's take an objective look at this. So there are two categories of people. Either we trust the media or we don't trust the media. If you trust the media, you trust the media. Let's set that aside. You don't trust the media. If you don't trust the media, the truth is you don't know in which direction news is being exaggerated. Is it really nothing? And it's been blown out of proportion, and maybe just, hardly anybody has died, but everybody that's dying, they're saying that they're dying because of coronavirus, so we're freaking out. Or it's actually really bad, and half the world is already dead, and oh my God, and nobody's reporting it, and we don't know. It's a really, really bad situation. How do you know which one it is? And we would really be buying into an illusion if we take just one side. So if you don't believe the media, entertain both possibilities, and that itself will calm you down, because there are both, articles on both sides of the spectrum being written right now. Be open to both possibilities. Maybe it's really bad. Maybe it's nothing. Maybe they're both not so correct. And secondly, it's very important to be clear about fact versus speculation. I mean, we can't really know what fact is if we don't trust the media, but I'm assuming that we do here. So if you were to believe the media, if you were to believe the numbers that are being reported, let's assume that that is fact, because those are, well, numbers based on the present. But a lot of the information I'm seeing out there is based on speculation. People are drawing up charts, people are speculating, showing this statistics, that statistics. You know what? Statistics are based on probability, and a lot of them are wrong. A lot of experts are wrong all the times when they make predictions. Look it up. There are articles written on this. Experts, the more of an expert you are in one field, the narrower your view of your perspective of the world at large is. So there are a lot of factors that you don't take into consideration. So please, take speculations with a pinch of salt. It can go both ways. Nobody really knows what the future is about. Which brings me to the next point, which is the fear of the unknown, which also a lot of you have reached out to me and asked for help with. We don't really know what the future holds anyhow, does it? It's just that in moments like this, it's like our illusions of security are challenged. But isn't every moment really bringing us the fear of the unknown? Any of us could just drop dead tomorrow, in the next 5 minutes. Things do go wrong all the time. And the truth is, when we come face to face and embrace the idea of our mortality, it allows us to be a lot more free and a lot more alive. So if the idea of the fear of unknown or the idea of death is terrifying, work with it more deeply, heal it, and allow yourself to be free. I love using EFT for these methods. So if you have identified a couple of fears, we can work with it. I'll just guide you through a round, and you can repeat it by yourself when you have the time. So if you'd like to work on this, you can just close your eyes and imagine the worst case scenario or the recent situation which triggered this fear very massively. Like maybe the last time you went into a shopping market and something important was all over and you couldn't restock and it triggered you, or a recent news article that really freaked you out. Just go back and relive this moment for a couple of minutes. Relive it as if you are doing it right now. It's happening to you right in this moment. And as you start to feel the emotion, start by tapping this portion of your hands. Tap with the medium pressure. Even though I feel all this panic, all this fear, all this terror because of this situation, because the aisles were empty, or because I'm afraid that I might die, or I'm afraid of being stuck in a house. I love and accept myself. Keep tapping, repeat it 2 more times, even though I'm so terrified. If you have any other emotions, if it's multiple emotions, you can say the other words, even though I'm feeling so threatened, or I'm feeling so helpless, and I'm feeling so paranoid that this is happening. I love and accept myself. Even though I'm freaking out and I'm feeling so unsettled because I'm not at peace, because this is happening. I love and accept myself. Now tap the top of your head. I feel so much panic. The beginning of the eyebrow, I feel so much fear because I'm terrified of what the future might hold. Side of the eye, the bone, I feel so terrified and I feel so helpless. I feel so small and insignificant and incapable of standing up against dangers of the world. I feel so helpless and I feel so angry with the authorities, with the media, with my family members, with my children for not listening to me. I feel so sad that everything is out of my control. I feel so hurt that the illusion of safety I have so carefully created is now gone. I feel so angry and helpless that nothing is the way it is meant to be. I feel so frustrated and I feel so much panic right now. I feel all this panic stuck in my solar plexus maybe, and I don't know what to do about it anymore. Take a deep breath. And you could do a couple more rounds of that if you feel it's still remaining. You could also maybe pause the video right now and do a couple of dance numbers. Shake it off if you feel the need to. Otherwise, just get into a comfortable position and close your eyes. Take a deep cleansing breath, and as you release it, let your whole body just drop into this deep state of relaxation. Every muscle loosening up, relaxing. Just imagine that all the fibers, all the muscles in your body just loosening up and the energy flowing seamlessly, freely through every part of your body. Bring your awareness to the top of your head and imagine this powerful beam of golden light pouring in from the top of the earth, from the skies, pouring in and meeting your crown chakra, and this huge ball of golden light at the top of your head, feeding the rest of your body. All this light pouring in into your shoulders, clearing out all the tensions and the stress stored in the back of your neck and your upper back, your shoulders. Dissolving all of it because it's not needed anymore. You are safe. Feel it flowing down to your heart and imagine this powerful light just filling your heart up and allowing this love to flow to all the people that are doing things wrong and all the people that are freaking out. Allow yourself to feel love for all these people, to see through to their fear and their panic and love them anyway. And feel the energy flowing back, flowing out of the back of your heart and flowing in to the back of your heart in a circle. And feeling love back to you. You deserve to be loved, no matter how badly you think you might be coping with this. Now allow this energy to flow down into your solar plexus and feel this energy becoming a ball of light and allowing it to help you integrate your power so that you can allow yourself to be motivated to take the right action because it's the right thing to do, that there is no need for panic, and that you can take these actions for the sake of love and the well-being of yourself and your society. Allow this energy to flow downwards into your hara, the sacral, expanding into a ball of light and bringing in and enhancing your capacity to nourish yourself and your family members as you stay at home. You may even feel this energy circulating between the sacral and the heart, allowing this energy to expand into a beautiful, loving experience where you can connect with your family members and deepen and strengthen these bonds with each other. And finally allow it to flow into your root. And this beautiful, beautiful red, hot, dense ball of energy, radiating, especially flowing down your legs as well, just expanding, and allow yourself to calm down and let go of any fears of survival. Allow yourself to remember who you really are beyond the body, beyond all the suffering and the pain, beyond all the happiness and the ecstasy. And allow yourself to remain in touch with that part of you that can never be burned by fire or drowned by water. Allow yourself to remember that you are safe no matter what. And also allow your root chakra to help you ground more deeply and effectively during this time of self-quarantine. Now take a deep breath again. And as you breathe out, slowly open your eyes. I really hope this helped, and I hope we can all really utilize this opportunity to make huge leaps on our spiritual pathway. Namaste, and thank you so much for joining me. This is Ashwita Goyal from Bangalore. Bye-bye.